Rice from the University of South Florida. My poster is titled "A Vulnerability Assessment in Public Response to Superstorm Sandy." We had a telephone survey that we distributed to residents of New York and New Jersey after Hurricane Sandy, and it assessed their concern over different variables and whether or not they evacuated. But in order to kind of quantify that, we are constructing a vulnerability index. So we use 3 preliminary variables: elderly, renters, and minorities, and map them out over just honing in on New York City, since a lot of the damage occurred there in the high population, and constructed 3 different levels. So a level 1 vulnerability is just 1 out of the 3. A level 2 would be 2 out of 3, and a level 3 is 3 out of 3. And after overlaying our respondents on it, we found that most of the respondents were level 2, so they contain 2 out of 3 vulnerabilities. And this is probably due to the fact that renters and minorities within the city overlap so much. There are a ton of people who rent, and there are a ton of minorities. So after that, we looked into a couple different variables that would predict or increase the odds or decrease the odds of evacuation. And what we found was that people who live within a half mile of water, that will increase their odds of evacuation. People who are concerned over storm surge, people who were 65 years and older, and renters also. Those variables will tend to increase the odds of evacuation. And African Americans actually decrease the odds of evacuation. So we're still kind of going to look into that, pick out some more variables for the vulnerability index, and hopefully make kind of a couple more levels to get more specific information on the vulnerability of this area, to identify those populations and hopefully plan for the future, for a future event.